my name is Tom. In my table I have two type of beehives. Okay, on my left side I have the Lanstroth hive, which is normal to the farmers like me or other. But in my left side I have the completely African beehive. So I will start to explain advantage and disadvantage between two hives. Guys, according to the way you watch me and you see these two hives, they have different sizes and different standard the way they have been made. First, I will start with the normal one, which called Lanstroth hive. If you look his top, it has one guard. But if I open the completely African beehive, it has two guard. I mean guard. If you're not understanding the guard, let me show you. This is the guard. This one is being made by Holden compared to this one. Even it has. After that, to the Lanstroth, directly we'll go to the spindles inside. But completely African beehives, before you reach to the spindles, you will see another guard, which has the hole, the center. On his center, it has a hole before reaching the spindle. So advantage between completely African beehives compared to the Lanstroth one, the completely African beehives can protect bees from direct heat from the sun because it has two guards compared to the Lanstroth, which has one guard. Okay, if you see the top of the Lanstroth, it doesn't have what we call air circulation. It does not have those holes for the air circulation compared to this one, completely African beehive. It has ventilations that will make air to circulate inside, out and in, which make bees to breathe well than Lanstroth. And this ventilation, the bees cannot access it while moving out or in. Just why we have a hole in the second guard that will allow the air to circulate inside, compared to the Lanstroth, which does not have. The way you see on your screen, it is. Beside that, let us move to the spindle. We compare the spindle of completely beehives, African beehive, to the Lanstroth. First, let me start with this one. They have rough surface. They have rough surface compared to the completely African beehives. The spindle are smooth than Lanstroth. And the sizes. For the Lanstroth, bees will take much more period while building the comb, because this surface is bigger, larger compared to this one. Means that in completely African beehives, you will take little duration to harvest compared to the Lanstroth hive. If directly you go to the number of the spindle inside, the number of spindle inside, they are equal. As you can see, here we have 10 spindle and here we have 10 spindle. Then how they have been made compared to this one. Completely African beehive has made standardized than the Lanstroth normal one that we know, many farmers has. compared to the wires that holding cob inside. They are strong and straight compared to the Lanstroth, which are not strong. Then their surfaces. The surface of this one is rough, as the way you can see, compared to this one. Beside that, let me start with this one. Let me put this thing down. This is a super of Lanstroth hive. The way you can see, the way I have hold it. Look at its edge of catching it. And just look the super of completely beehives, the way they have been placed the handles between them. When we move here, we get a socket. That super attached with brooder, and there is no space remaining between them. There's a material made by plastic that make it tightly. That when the super and brooder combine together, they form like a uniform, one thing. Compared to this one, as you can see, we have a certain space in between that making during the attack of bees, you can get some ants can enter with this space, inside this space. Compared to this one, let's move to the queen excluders. Let me put this thing down. Of the Lanstroth, the queen excluder made by wire, solden wire, as you can see, and completely African beehive. Queen excluder is made from wool, and the queen excluder also have the switch to attack, that can attack the brooder and the super. As you can see, these are the attacked plastic that make there's no gaps in between completely African beehive. Look at the sizes of the queen excluder. This made by wool, completely and neat compared to this. This will take more period or long. It will last long compared to the wire. As you know, we know that wire used to rust, but inside the hive, we have a lot of heat. And bees, as we know, that is a living insect. And where living things are, they can produce moisture inside. But when moisture mixed with the wire can do what? Can rust, because oxygen is inside. The living insect use the oxygen. But when the oxygen mixed with more moisture, the wire can rust. Compared to the wood, as long as wood, rain or water does not fall on it, the wood will last long. Compared to the wire. The way they have been made, they are in a straight line. Compared to the wire, the wire has boxes on top of it. Let's move to the base of the brooder. The base of the brooder between Lanstroth and completely African beehive. As you can see, the spindle of Lanstroth. As you can see, the spindles of completely beehives. Beside on that, this one has 3 layers of wire that can hold that cob tightly, that can make that cob to last for long, while bees while bees building that cob through these wires. Compared to the Langstroth hive, which has only 2 wires. It has only 2 wires on it that hold the hive, which maybe when there is attack or hive can fall down, that we call this accident. Maybe hive can fall down so that you can get the cob can broke up, compared to this one which has 3 wires that hold that cob together. Whether it fall down is very hard. It's very hard for the cob to be broke. Both of them, they are equal in number. The spindle are 10-10 inside the brooder. Okay, compared to the frames of Langstroth and the frame of African beehive, completely African beehive. This one has spindle guard made by ions, maybe nails and wires. That guard used to guard that spindle not to move side by side, made by wires. But this one, the guards of spindle, the spindle guard themselves, because the way they have been created, you can see here is thin, but coming here the base is large. So this large act as a spindle guard. As they attacked each other, there is a space in between. The way you can see, there's a space in between. There is a space. So this large surface is acting as a spindle guard. Compared to this one I cannot hold it because it's permanently attached. I can't hold it because it's permanently attached to the frame of the brooder. But the guard of these, I can hold it. Maybe it's very difficult to identify compared to other farmers. But as you know that you're a farmer, you have a dignity to compare. Inside, as you can see inside, let me remove this spindle. As you can see inside of the Langstroth hive, it has got rough surface. It has rough surface. This the spindle guard that I was talking about. As you can see, they are permanently attached from the frame. This one, and inside are rough. Means that the farmer did not plan it well. As you can see inside, we have some space that make ventilation of air, and sometime during the rainy season, maybe water can get inside. Compared to this, if you look the angles, the alternate angles, if you are keenly, they are not equal. As you can see inside, let us see the completely African beehive, the angles and inside, the way it's look. Let me remove the spindle inside, as you can see. Okay. Look inside. Try to look inside. If you look inside, the surface are smooth. All surface are smooth, There is no here permanent guard spindle, and here we have board. The bottom being placed by board. As you can see, the touch of the plastic that make there is no space, and the board is well skewered. But this brooder, you can separate it from box from the bottom, as you can see the way I've separated. And also we have closed door. This is a door of beehive. It's a closed, you can close it. So for me to close, for you to see, let me redo it. First, you will put that bottom down, then you arrange what? The door. You will put the door the way I've placed it. Then you will took the brooder the way it is, like this. Then you will touch them and touch them. Then it comes a brooder. Then we have doors. You can press, then the door will open, then you can close. So you can press this, the door will open, then you press the other door. You can press the other door. You can press the other door, then the door will open up. As you can see, between the door we have the base. When the bees come, they have to hold. This base used to hold the bees. First, they hold the bees before the bee get into the box. So this is a stage or the resting place before the bee enter inside. Compared to the Lanstroth, it does not have that base. It does not have base. The way you can see the base, it does not have the door that you can pull the door the way you have pulled it. His door is permanently. There is no attached, or you cannot pull it. The way it is permanently. Compared to this, when the bees are many, I can open or I can remove this door so the bees can get inside. But during winter, if I want to feed my bees, then I can attach the door, then I close, then I put food in feeder, then my bees will able to do what? To feed without moving to flower or place to a place. Okay, compared to the base, as you can see in the base here, in the completely beehive, we have space running from the door to the bottom, to the other side. Means that it can run from the left to right, or right to the left. There is a space in, if you can see, you can look or you can see the other part. Compared to the Lanstroth, which does not have. This has two frames that hold beehive up, which make maybe you can place your beehive wherever you are. During maybe these frames prevent attack of the moisture. Maybe moisture can come in. So this hold the beehive, they hold the beehive in a certain level so that the moisture or the circulation of the air or the termite, when the termite can attack, they can only eat this frame, but they cannot reach the bottom. Compared to Lanstroth, the Lanstroth has the flat base, which when the termite attack, the termite will eat that base. After eating that base, then when the bees are inside, then can be a violence. As you understand that bees, sometimes they can kill. As they complete to this one, this African beehive is approved from the Lanstroth. As farmers, we want beehives that are very standard and good curing for our bees, so that we can put our bees where they can be, they can feel good, they can eat well, they can survive well. So for the farmers, I may request, let us use the completely African beehive. Bye bye for now. My name is Tom.